So first we will understand what are the different alignments on the word page. Like if I'll select the first paragraph only, then by default everything which whatever you will write on the document in Word document, it will be left aligned, whatever the text you will write. Center align means everything will come in center like this. All the sentences will come in center. Let us take the whole content of the page and then do the setting. Control plus A, I'm doing control plus A, select all. Then this is left align. This is center. If I'll bring everything to the center of the page, this is center. This is right align, and this is justify. Justify means all the lines, like suppose if I'll copy only this area, copy it, and I'm going to paste it again. Now see what is the use of justify. Like suppose if after this, if I'll press enter to bring the content to the next line, and after this line also I'm pressing enter now. Okay, now I'm just selecting this paragraph and click on justify. Justify means all the lines will be of equal length. Right now there will be, like if I'll press only left line, it will be like this. I think you are not able to see the proper difference. This is left align and this is justify. See the difference in left align and justify. When I have clicked on left align, the first and the second line was not of equal length. But as soon as I'll click on justify, both will become equal. How they will become equal? Automatically, it will cover up the gap in between the lines. It will either it has to be increased or it has to be decreased. What according to what they can make the lines equal, automatically computer will do. So we just have to select the area which has to be in an equal format. Now third line is not covering the same space, because if it will cover the same space, then there will be a lot of spaces in between the words, which is not allowed. So wherever it is allowed or wherever it can be happen, only it will do increase or decrease the spaces only at those places, not everywhere. Okay, next is next option is now after just all the alignment, next is indentation. What is indentation? Indentation means the space which you can leave after the first paragraph, or after the first, like this is the first line of the paragraph, and after first line of the paragraph I want to leave some space. That is indentation. So for that I'm just selecting the paragraph, then go to home page layout tab, and these are the options for indentation and spacing. Now from the left hand side I want to leave only the space, and from the right hand side I want to increase like this, and spacing from the top and after the paragraph I want to increase. So automatically it will keep on increasing if I'll keep on increasing the numbers. So this is indentation and spacing. Now if I'll select only this word, the whole changes will be, you can see the changes in the whole paragraph together. This is indentation. Indentation means the space which you want to leave before the starting of the paragraph or before the ending of the paragraph, or from the left hand side or from the right hand side, and from the top and from the bottom. This space is known as indentation. And like suppose the first line of the paragraph I want to start from here only, but rest of the lines I want to start from this point. So you can just scroll from the ruler from wherever you want to start. This icon, this button, you can see arrow. This arrow is for the first line and this arrow is for rest of the lines. This is known as left indentation and this is known as first line indent. First line indent means I want to start my line from here and rest of the paragraph I want to start from one, suppose, and the starting I want to do from here. So like this, I can do the setting. Indentation is basically the space which you are giving from the top, bottom, left, and right. That is known as indentation. Okay, next is after indentation, next is list, borders, and shading. Okay, how to make a list now? So because it is already a list, so I am not selecting this portion. I'm just selecting this area. Wherever you will press enter, it will be treated as a next sentence or a next item of the list. So here, if I'll press enter, it from here it means a new list is getting started. So now I have selected the content. Then go to insert. Sorry, go to home tab, and there in the paragraph tab there is an option of bullets. If you want to create, you have to choose which type of list you want to create. You want to create an unordered list of bullets, you want to create an ordered list of numbers, alphabets, or Roman numbers. That is your choice, which type of list you want to create. So you can choose accordingly. This is how you can convert a paragraph into points or list. Now suppose I want to give borders to my this paragraph, or I want to give the colorings to this paragraph. Then go to page layout, go to page borders, click on page border. Suppose first of all I'm giving the border to my page, to my whole page. These are the different types of borders. These are the different types of solid borders which you can give to your page, and these are the different types of artistic borders which you can give to the page. I'm giving an artistic border to my whole page, but to my content I will give only a normal border. So I'm just selecting this. You can use in posters also. Suppose I'm using this one to cover the whole document. Okay, this is a page border. Next is, now I wanted to insert borders for my content which I have already selected, and I want this zigzag border around my content. You have to select that you want to give it to your paragraph or you want to give it to your text. That is your choice, whatever you want to choose. Like suppose I'm choosing a paragraph, and okay, now the whole paragraph will be the whole paragraph will be converted into a box. It will shift into this box which is surrounded by the borders of zigzag, which whatever you have selected. Now you can also give colors to it. For that you have to select that content again, page border, go to shading option, choose the color which you want to give. Suppose I want to give this color, and okay. Now only that portion which you have selected, that will be covered by the color and the borders. So this is how you can give a border to your page and border to your paragraph or the content which you have selected. Next is, after borders and shading, next is what is page break and what is header and footer. So let us see first header and footer. Suppose I want to, header means the content which you want that it should be repeated on every page automatically, and you need not to insert it on every page. Suppose I'm creating a document which is a chapter of computer, MS Word. So I want to give chapter 3 MS Word, and this heading I want that it should appear on every page. So I'll go to headers option, go to insert, then go to header. Now these are the different ways in which you can insert a header. But if I want that my header should be visible properly, for that I have to remove the page border first. So I'm removing the page border. Okay, now I am inserting. Go to insert tab, then go to headers, and then choose which type of header you want to insert. Like suppose I wanted to insert this header at the top of every page, and the content, you can edit the content. Here I wanted to write chapter 3, suppose MS Word. Now click on close header and check on the next page also. The same header or the same heading which you have inserted is also coming on the next page. So this is basically the use of header. Header is a text which will automatically get repeated on every page of your document, irrespective of how many pages you have. Automatically it will repeat it same with the same content on every page. And similarly, footer is the text which will again get repeated on every page, but at the bottom only. Like suppose in the bottom I wanted to insert the page numbers in this way. So you can choose this option and click on close footer, and now check. This is page 1 and this is page 2 and this is page 3. Like this, now footers and headers both are coming on all the pages. Okay. Uh, Now there is one more option, that is go to insert. There is one more option of inserting the page number. So if you don't want to insert page numbers as a header and footer, you can choose this option. You can insert the page numbers at the bottom or the way where whatever the way you want, at the current position, in between if you want to insert anywhere, or in the page margins if you want to insert anywhere, whatever the way you want your page numbers to be appear, you can choose that way. Or if you want to remove them, then click on remove page numbers. Automatically it will get removed, but I think I have inserted it as a footer, so I have not inserted as a page number, so it will not get removed. If I want to remove the footer, then you have to click here and click on remove footer. Now footers will be removed. Now everybody can see no page numbers are coming. So this is how we can add and remove footers. This is the question of last year board examination. What are the steps to insert header and footer, and what is the difference between header and footer? Next topic is after header and footer. Next is what are the page breaks. See, what are the page break? Page break means, suppose if I'll click anywhere after this line, and rest of the content I want to shift on the next page after this line, then I'll go to insert, go to page layout, and then click on breaks. Now these are the different types of page breaks or sections break. Section break is different, page break is different. This is also a question of board examination. What is the difference between a page break, and what is the difference between page break and section break? So page break means if I'll place my cursor anywhere, and after that if I'll click on page, the rest of the content will automatically get shifted to the next page. This is known as page break. Now I'm going to undo it and see the next effect. I want to divide it into columns. Now whatever the content I have written on the page, I want that it should be divided into two columns. So you can choose column. For that you have to undo and select your page, control plus A, whole page. Now choose this option, break and column. Wait, there is something wrong in the page. I have to copy the content, a paragraph I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste it on another Word file. Now let us try. Go to page layout, break and column break. Okay, you have to select that you have to divide the column into two, into three, or in whatever the ways. So I'm selecting two. Now, as everybody can see, the content is completely divided into two parts, in two columns. This is column 1 and this is column 2. In the same way, you can choose 3, but I have written only 2 paragraphs, so it will divide it into 2 only. If I have written 3 paragraphs or more, then you can divide accordingly. Okay, this is page break and column break. Next option is, I'm going to the previous file now, and next option is section break. What is section break? Section break means I want to section break is useful. Suppose if I want to give a different headers on my every page of the book. For example, first is chapter 1, so I wanted to put head all the headers as chapter 1 and the name of the chapter, and then in the next section chapter 2 is getting started. Suppose from here now section 2 is getting started, section break. Now I can give a different header here. Edit your header, chapter 4, Excel. Now earlier it was, for that I have to insert the header again. First remove your headers. Now insert the headers again. This is section 2 header. So here I am writing, suppose chapter 3 word, same as previous page. This is section 1 header. So here I wanted to write chapter 4 Excel. Now close header and footer and see. Okay, here I have linked to previous page, so this option you have to remove, and then only you can give different header, different first page, different odd even page. This you have to select, or show document text, or it will be same header for the whole pages. So these, out of all these options, you have to select that you are giving a different header to each page. We will understand this header and footer once again in the next class because the time is up.